Okay, now uh, we are going to start the antenna theory. Welcome to the world of antenna. And the first question is, what is antenna? Antenna is nothing but it's a metallic structure which can radiate or receive radio waves. So in this figure you can see this is nothing but it's a metallic structure. This is the metallic structure. Okay, and you can see this metallic structure is connected with transmission line, and transmission line is connected with source, and source having some frequency, and that frequency is known as operating frequency. And sometimes we say this is nothing but excitation. Remember that your this antenna is connected with this structure. This antenna is connected with this structure, and this structure is known as transmission line. And always remember, your transmission line is a guiding structure. In the case of transmission line, you can see there is guidance of wave along its length. So your transmission line guides the voltage and current waves along its structure. Remember that it's a guiding structure. And your antenna is a radiating structure which can radiate electromagnetic field in the atmosphere or free space. And one more thing, people say antenna is a passive device. And what is how can we classify active device and passive device? Active devices, semiconductor devices are active devices which produces gain, which gives gain. And but the devices like transformer, antenna, they do not produce any kind of gain. Although antenna is related with the word gain, but gain of the antenna is measured with respect to any another reference antenna. So remember that this is a passive as well as passive device, and it's a metallic structure. Okay, now what is the difference between transmission line and antenna? Transmission line is a guiding structure which guides the energy along its length, and you can see in transmission line energy is confined between these two conductors. Okay, but in the case of antenna you can see the energy is radiated in free space in any direction. Okay, so remember that it is a guiding structure. Okay, sometimes we say it acts as a transducer. Then what is transducer? A device which can convert a one form of the energy to another form of the energy. Okay, so you can see this in the transmission line there are voltage and current wave, and after passing through antenna it will become electromagnetic wave, and electromagnetic wave is related with E field and H field. So sometimes we say this device converts voltage or current wave into the form of electric field or electric wave or magnetic wave. So this structure is basically converting one form of the energy to another form of the energy. So another thing, current and voltage are electrical parameters. So electrical parameter is related with electron, and electromagnetic wave is related with photon. For example, a light is nothing but, we say light is electromagnetic wave, and light is nothing but it's a union of photons, or we say bundle of photons, and photon is related with the word electromagnetic wave. So I can say this structure is basically converting electron to photon, or vice versa you can say. In receiving mode it will convert photon into the form of electron. So remember that this antenna is subjected with or associated with excitation, and antenna is nothing but it's a metallic conductor. A metal has some property sigma. Sigma is nothing but conductivity, and there is flow of current. Flow of current means there is some current density, and it contains enormous amount of electron. It has some volume, then there will be volume charge density. If it is a two-dimensional surface, then there will be surface charge density. If it is one-dimensional structure, then there will be line charge density. So you can see or you can observe this structure is related with current as well as charge density. Sometimes we say it's a source region. So let's see the transmitting and receiving mode of the antenna. Okay, in this figure you can see clearly the left hand side of the this page. You can see there is antenna and it is subjected with excitation, and there is transmission line, and transmission line guides the energy, and this structure radiates the energy in the form of electromagnetic wave. You can see I have drawn electromagnetic wave, and this electric field is perpendicular to the magnetic field. How can we find the direction of propagation? Using E cross H rule. If you remember the Poynting theorem, this is the direction of E. If you rotate electric field towards magnetic field, this is the direction of electric field. If you rotate this, then you will get the direction of propagation. Okay, let's see here at right hand side, and there is a same structure, and it is connected with some load. Okay, whenever these electromagnetic wave intersect or impinge on this structure, then voltage is induced on the terminal of the antenna. This is known as terminal. Okay, so at the terminal of the antenna, voltage is induced, and finally we get the voltage. Okay, this mode of operation is known as transmitting mode, and this is known as receiving mode. In the case of transmitting mode, power is propagating away from the structure. Okay, so one important thing in the case of transmission line, or in the case of microwave theory, or in the case of transmission line theory, we always say the dimension of antenna or dimensions in these cases always given in terms of wavelength. So how can we convert any dimension into the form of wavelength? Let's see. Look at here, there is some examples I have given. Okay, so you can see this is nothing but it's a pictorial representation of dipole antenna connected with transmission line, and transmission line is connected with source having frequency 3 megahertz, and this frequency is known as operating frequency. Okay, so you know the relation, that relation is very famous, that is C is equal to frequency into lambda. From this equation you can calculate the value of lambda, that is C over frequency. Put the value of operating frequency, and you get if you solve this thing, you get the value of lambda, that is 100 meter, or in terms of centimeter you can convert 100 into 100 centimeter. Okay, then how can you convert any dimension? What is the length of this antenna? That is 60 centimeter. How can we convert it? You know the operating wavelength. Now let's do one thing. 60 centimeter multiplied by lambda divided by lambda. Is there any effect on this expression? Answer is no. Then you can put the value of lambda at denominator. Then you can able to convert, or you can convert this 60 centimeter into the form of wavelength. So always remember, in the case of antenna, the dimensions are given in the into the form of wavelength. Okay, so this is nothing but it's again there is a antenna, and this antenna is known as microstrip antenna. I am just giving the example how can you convert any dimension into the form of wavelength. And what is the operating frequency? The operating frequency is 3 gigahertz. Okay, so dimensions are given, the same procedure you have to adopt, and first thing you have to convert operating operating frequency into the form of operating wavelength. Then whenever you convert 30 mm into the form of wavelength, then what you have to do, 30 mm multiply by lambda divided by lambda. At the denominator you have to put the value of lambda, and in this case you can see there is you have put the value of lambda, and finally you get the value of finally you get the value that is 0.3 lambda. Okay, similarly you can convert 40 mm into the form of lambda, that is 0.4 lambda. So in this way you can convert any dimension into the form of wavelength. So this is nothing but this is for you, and it is assignment for you. The dimensions are given, the operating frequency is 3 gigahertz. You have to convert the dimension into the form of wavelength. So remember, I have told to you how can you convert any dimension into the form of wavelength. Hopefully you have got the things, you have got this lecture, and if you like this lecture, then please like, subscribe and share it. And in next lecture we will see how can we convert the transmission line as an antenna. So please watch my next lecture. Thank you very much.